Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for joining us for our 2:30 streaming show. I'm Jamie French. We are going to start off with a couple of our top news headlines for the day. Then I'll toss you over to meteorologist Arden Gregory for a look at your forecast. We're going to start here in Vanderburgh County, something we've been following all day today. Firefighters they've actually just wrapped up fighting a house fire on the north side of Vanderburgh County. Crews were called to the 5800 block of Twinkingham Drive around 1. Officials say it was a single-family home. No one was hurt. Firefighters say there were pets inside, but they all got out safely. We could see animal control out there. They were called in and they had to carry one dog out. According to officials, they believe that fire started outside of the home and they were easily able to get it under control. So again, nobody was hurt there. Our Leslie Chapman went out to that scene as well, so she'll have more details tonight on 14 News. Now, a bit of an update to a fire that we told you about over the weekend in Webster County. The post office in Clay is now closed because city officials say there was damage to it from a house fire we told you about over the weekend. They say all of the operations there have been moved to the Sturgis post office, including all P.O. Box mail. Now that address is 409 North Main Street in Sturgis. Over the weekend, officials say that they could see flames coming from the roof and windows of a home on East Elm Street in Clay. Because of the high winds, several departments had to come in and help, but no one was hurt. The home right next to the post office was destroyed. Firefighters say they were able to keep the damage to the neighboring 60-year-old post office to a minimum, but that is closed, again, moved all to Sturgis. All right, I want to get you a really cool story before I send you over to weather. This one out of southern Illinois. The White House now has a touch of Carmi this Christmas season. Ashley Thompson, owner of Carmi's Farmhouse Florist, helped decorate the nation's most famous house. She says she was selected to be in a team of 145 volunteers out of 12,000 applicants. Thompson says that she helped decorate the grand foyer and cross hall. It houses 28 of the 51 trees in this year's display. The First Lady invited Thompson and other volunteers to attend a Christmas reception Monday before she then returned home to White County. Very cool opportunity there for a local tri-state woman. Congrats to her. All right, that is all I've got for you for the 2:30 stream, but of course we've got a lot more news to cover in our evening shows at 4, 5, and 6. But of course we all know that it is very cold out there, so I'm going to turn you over to 14 First Alert meteorologist Arden Gregory. Don't go anywhere.
First Alert forecast to plan the day ahead and catch up on the news that happened overnight with the 14 News Sunrise team. In the afternoon, get the latest headlines, forecasts, and a preview of the stories we're working on with the 14 First Alert streaming show at 2:30. And get an in-depth look at the 14 First Alert forecast so you're ready for the next big thing with the 14 First Alert weather show at 9 p.m. Watch the 14 First Alert streaming show that fits your schedule and works best for you. Streaming on your phone by downloading the 14 News app and the 14 First Alert weather app. On your smart TV by using the 14 News streaming app. And stream anytime on Facebook, YouTube, or on 14news.com. Stay connected and stay informed by watching the 14 First Alert streaming shows on your favorite streaming devices.
Good afternoon. I'm 14 First Alert meteorologist Arden Gregory. We've been having some technical problems, so hopefully I've got my mic on and you can hear me okay there. Let's talk weather, because we have a lot happening out there today as far as the cold goes. It is colder than you probably expected it to be today. We were hoping we would get some sunshine, but these clouds have been very stubborn. They are just hanging in there across the tri-state, and with these stubborn clouds, it is also still very cold out there today. And with that in mind, keep in mind that tomorrow will be just as cold, maybe even colder, and we could have wind chills as low as 15 to 25 degrees for most of tonight and all through the day tomorrow as well. Then toward the end of the week, there is a spotty chance that we could see some rain and snow. So for right now, we are dry across the tri-state. No rain or snow to speak of out there currently, but off to the northwest, that is a slightly different story. I do want to throw the clouds on here so that you can see we're just barely missing that possibility of sunshine. The clouds have been sort of gradually starting to clear as the day goes on, but it is still very cloudy, specifically across the tri-state and off to our northwest as you get out toward St. Louis, Mount Vernon, Illinois. There are a few very spotty rain and snow showers there. I'll clear the clouds off so you can see that more clearly. There are those very spotty rain and snow showers off to our northwest along a cold front that is headed our way. So as we go through the rest of the afternoon and evening, those rain and snow showers will continue to push east. Don't be shocked if you get a few flurries, especially north of I-64 this evening, but it really looks like most of that rain and snow is going to go just north of the tri-state, sort of between Vincennes and Terre Haute for the most part, and likely miss most of us, but a few very spotty snow showers cannot be ruled out, mainly on the northern end of the tri-state overnight tonight, and then that should move out of here by early Thursday morning. I will say there's then a low pressure system moving through the deep south on Thursday into Friday. Some models like this one are hinting that we could maybe catch a few flurries mainly across western Kentucky then Thursday night, moving out then Friday morning, but it really looks like most of that is going to stay to our south. So for today, it's staying mainly to our north, tomorrow into Friday, mainly to our south, but a few flakes here or there certainly possible both times. Our better chance of precipitation comes over the weekend. As for our temperatures, sitting in the upper 20s to low 30s right now. It's 30 degrees even in Evansville, 28 in Owensboro. If the sun had broken through, we would have warmed up a little bit, but really we're just completely dependent on a southerly breeze to warm us up today, and it is just not strong enough to really drive that home. The wind chills are sitting in the low to mid 20s in most locations because that wind that's supposed to be warming us up is also making it feel colder than it actually is. So I'm not sure, maybe hurting more than it's helping at this point. We do have that breeze coming in from the south-southwest. It has pulled slightly warmer air into the tri-state as the day has gone on, but without any sunshine to help it out, we have really just struggled to warm up today, and we'll probably only make it into the lower 30s at this point this afternoon. So it has been cloudier and cooler than we were initially expecting it to be. Through the overnight hours, it's going to stay mostly cloudy. Temperatures dropping back through the 20s very slowly, though. Even as the sun sets, our temperatures aren't going to change a whole lot. We'll bottom out somewhere in the mid 20s by the end of the night tonight. We may catch a stray flurry, like I said, mainly on the northern end of the tri-state. There is that shift in our wind happening, though. While we have had winds coming from the south today, those winds are going to shift around and come from the north by the end of the night tonight, and then throughout the day tomorrow. Thursday will start out mostly cloudy, maybe even a stray flurry early on. Temperatures will then only make it into the lower 30s Thursday afternoon, even though I do think we may get a few brief peaks of sunshine Thursday afternoon before that next system then comes in and brings us clouds and maybe a stray flurry Thursday night into Friday. It's not going to be windy, but it will have just enough of a breeze that the wind chill will be a factor, just like it has been today. By the end of the night tonight, I think we'll probably be looking at wind chills in the mid-teens in most locations, so it will be very cold out there first thing tomorrow morning. Then even into the afternoon, those wind chills only climbing into the low to mid-20s. So definitely bundle up, have your coat with you throughout the day today and tomorrow as well. Just for some perspective, I know it's December, it's supposed to be cold. It's not supposed to be this cold, though. Our average highs for this time of year are in the upper 40s. Instead, we're talking about highs in the lower 30s today and tomorrow. Even as we start to warm up a little bit, we're still only looking at highs in the upper 30s to low 40s, so still about 10 degrees cooler than average through the weekend. we may finally start to warm back up closer to normal by the middle of next week. But along the way, we do have these very spotty rain and snow chances. So let's take a look at that. I mentioned that cold front coming in from the northwest tonight. That's what's going to shift our wind direction and may bring us a brief snow flurry overnight tonight into very early Thursday morning. But really think most of that's going to stay to our north and will probably be dry across the tri-state. By Friday, that low pressure system moves through the deep south. We could maybe catch a flurry mainly in western Kentucky from that system Thursday night into Friday morning. But again, this time around, I think most of that's going to stay to our south. We will probably dodge that for the most part. But if that track shifts north by just a few miles, we could be talking about snow in western Kentucky. So as of right now, I think it's probably going to stay to our south, but obviously keep checking back for updates and we'll let you know if that changes. Saturday is looking dry. Good news for the Henderson Christmas Parade. It's still going to be partly cloudy and cold, but it'll be warmer than the rest of the week has been, and at least it does look dry. By Sunday, though, our next low pressure system starts to move in from the west. That does push a chance of rain our way on Sunday. I think it'll probably be snow to our north, mainly rain here at home. I think we'll probably just see very light scattered rain showers from the system on Sunday, but a few snowflakes mixing in cannot be ruled out Sunday night into Monday morning. Then that system pushes off to the southeast pretty quickly as we get into the day. Monday, middle of next week, we've got a couple of things that we're tracking. It looks like we're going to have back-to-back storm systems moving through the Great Lakes Tuesday, Wednesday. But right now, it looks like any chance of snow is probably going to stay to our north from that. So we'll keep an eye on it. We're still a whole week away on that, but there is that possibility that we could maybe catch a stray shower or maybe even a few flurries sort of on the southern end of that Tuesday, Wednesday. But it really looks like that's probably going to stay up closer to the Great Lakes. So we've got a lot of systems that we're tracking, but it looks like most of them are going to be near misses for the tri-state. They just kind of brush the very edge and then keep on going. Most of us will probably dodge any sort of rain or snow Thursday night into Friday, and again middle of next week. If we're going to see any rain at all, it will probably be on Sunday, and even that looks like it's going to be light scattered rain showers, maybe a snowflake mixing in, but it really looks like it's mainly going to be just a cold rain with temperatures in the mid to upper 30s at the time that that rain is moving through. It is going to be cold all week long, though. Like I mentioned, normal for this time of year would be, upper 40s to maybe even near 50. Instead, we're talking lower 30s today and tomorrow, upper 30s to low 40s through the weekend. We cool back off into the mid 30s on Monday. Then our wind direction shifts. Warmer air starts to flow in from the south, and we may finally start to return to normal by the middle of next week, but I'm not totally sure if that would stick. The extended outlook from December 11th up through the 17th does still show a trend toward below average temperatures. So that same system I was talking about that's going to move through the Great Lakes Tuesday, Wednesday of next week, as that pushes out, we could see another shift in our wind here at home and cooler air taking back over by the end of next week. Obviously, we're talking about something that's several days away, so couldn't give you any details at this point. As far as the precipitation outlook, looking wetter to our north, no surprise there. It's been very active up around the Great Lakes. It looks like they have more snow headed their way next week. And then drier than average conditions expected to our south. And we're kind of caught in the middle where we'll probably stay dry, but could maybe catch a shower or two on the southern end of those systems. All right, well, our Facebook doesn't seem to be working today, so I don't think I can take any questions, but I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up, and I hope you'll join us for more news and weather updates on 14 News tonight at 4, 5, 6, and 10, and Jeff will be back here on our streaming platforms tonight at 9. If you have any questions, you can ask them to Jeff then. All right, everybody have a great rest of your day.